Future Garage might sound similar to Chill Step, which we already did a video on, but it's actually different. I think it's generally much darker, moodier, and not so open like a Chill Step. By not open, I mean the higher frequencies are not that prominent like in a Chill Step. Personally, I see Future Garage as lo-fi music from the future. I'm starting off keeping the tempo at 120 and adding this basic drums pattern as a foundation. Extended it 8 bars, after which I added Atmos piano because I really like the reverb in it. I used it to draw the bass line. I tried developing a melody on top of it, but I wasn't feeling it. So, I decided to bring in one of the key ingredients in Future Garage, the respace. Let's pull the oscillator pitch 1 octave down, turn on the filter, increase the unison to 2 notes, and we have a basic respace. We can use any wave shape for the oscillator. I'm using something that is closer to a sine wave but has more harmonics than a typical pure sine wave. Make it mono, introduce some glide between the notes. Need to enable legato to avoid the re-triggering of gliding notes. I did some more sound designing while playing the bass notes. Well, the respace did inspire me to write something in Atmos piano. Here is Spitfire Audio Labs, and we will be working with one of these textural pads. But before that, let's copy down the MIDI from Atmos piano track and delete some of the MIDI so that it will work with a pad sound. I went through all the patches for pads and finally settled on the patch named Glitched. Alright, definitely need to EQ that. I duplicated the labs and changed the patch to a different pad. Time to add more percussion. Here are the final MIDI drums which I laid down using Sitala and Step Sequencer. Here are the Foley percussions. Together they go like this. I added one more pad sound using Spitfire Audio Labs. Added another labs to use Lab Steel Pluck. copied down the piano MIDI, changed it into this to work with the piano. I also added this. Time to arrange. It's gonna take some time. I'll be right back. Here is the project after the arrangement and final mixing has been done. Of the few things that I added, this is muted plugs among the lap steel patch in Spitfire Audio Labs, which I added to make an intro and an outro with the help of Blue Cat Triple EQ. I used the same EQ and almost the same kind of automation in two of the pads which you can see here. Now that the tracks are frozen, I would like to introduce a short silence just before the drop. We also have a white noise clip to work with that. Moving on, I added these vocal samples which sound like this without the effects. These are the effects that I have on this track in order: Sonitas multiband compressor to perform compression on individual bands of frequencies, TDR Molota compressor to add color while compressing, Grayling to keep the audio in key of the song, M-Auto pitch to shift the formants down. Additionally, in the vocal bus, we have TDR Nova to sidechain lower frequencies, Ozone Imager for stereo imaging, and finally Aural Reverb for drenching it in reverb. With all the effects turned on, this is how it sounds. And finally, we have some city, rain, and beach ambience. These ambience tracks are going to an ambience bus in which I have an EQ to cut the lower frequencies so that it doesn't interfere with the actual instruments. And that is why this particular ambience track is not directed to that bus, because we do need the low-end frequencies for a thunder to be heard. And that's it. Leave a like if you found this video useful. This is ADK, hoping to see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, peace out.